In the early 20th century, a coal mining company would construct a utopia for their workers. 20 concrete duplexes were sculpted into existence. Only this utopia was far from perfect. This is the story of Concrete City. Engulfed in a jungle in the middle of a suburb and surrounded by the Nanticoke woods, shrouded in darkness by the trees that rise high above their rooftops. This is Concrete City, or at least what's left of it. By the early 20th century, concrete was making waves in the construction industry, being the brand new material used all across the world. In 1911, the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad, known as the DL&W Railroad Company, would construct what would become known as the Garden of the Anthracite region. 20 duplexes for 80 miners and their families who worked in the local coal mine would be constructed. This would become known as Concrete City. Each duplex was designed to be identical to one another. At the center of all of them was a massive courtyard that featured a baseball field, electric streetlights, several sidewalks, and a swimming pool. At the time of their construction, many people were trying to get spots in the Concrete City. Of the 1,700 employees of the local mine owned by the Truesdale Colliery Company, only 40 employees were chosen. Only high-level employees were chosen to live in the city. One of the requirements was that English must be their first language, which automatically discounted many of the immigrants that worked in the mines. Each individual house had 2 bedrooms, a basement, and a concrete outhouse in the backyard. Despite Concrete City seeming like a corporate utopia, as it turns out, concrete makes for a very bad insulator on its own. The houses were extremely cold in the winter and difficult to keep warm. During the summer, they would be extremely wet and drafty. There was even problems with the outhouses. With them being made out of concrete as well, it was almost impossible to install any kind of sewer system at the time. After only 13 years after they were constructed, in 1924, Concrete City would become abandoned. The Glen Alden Coal Company would take control of Concrete City from the DL&W Railroad Company. They would attempt to demolish it, but give up, after 100 sticks of dynamite failed to damage even just one of the houses. It seemed that Concrete City was here to stay. Despite the fact that it was abandoned, its history was not over yet. It's a little rainy out today, but that's okay. Might be a little wet. Wow. It's is incredible. Very spooky looking.
Innovation for a new world.
And to think these were once houses for people. So we're not here alone anymore. A group of teenagers just showed up.
Unfortunately.
There's also a lot of ATV tracks around here, so this is probably a very frequented area by the locals. But we'll still take a look around. It's incredible. We're gonna head up inside this one right here and see what's going on with this. Check out the upper floor. Man, that is incredible. You know, Victor, I always love it whenever the camera does that little facial recognition square in the darkness.
Yep, when you're going into the place.
Yeah. As you can see, these are all built to be the same. It's intentional design. It's a little dark in here. Might have to pull the flashlight out. Wow. Absolutely incredible. The rain's starting to pick up again a little bit. Sort of off and on. It's really cool. You can see these buildings keep stretching all the way down. Wow. It's a little too overgrown to see all of them at once, but they go down for a while. Oh, that floor is missing.
There was one over there that was lifted off the ground, tilted.
Look at this. The floor here is completely gone.
Oh, shiz.
Gonna be heading upstairs here in this little caved in building. Gonna take a good old fashioned Kentucky gander. See what's up here. Wow. Look at that.
Wants to die.
Oh, that is really cool.
I think there's something you can, like a picture on the other side. I can't make out what it is.
That is awesome. We're now standing in about the center. You can't see it, but these buildings stretch around here. It's all overgrown, so you really can't see it, but these buildings stretch all around this area.
Yeah, I can see some of it.
We walk from the center to the other side. You can see there's a whole bunch more abandoned buildings all along here. This is just a super incredible place. It's really, really cool. Victor's having a hard time with the mosquitoes.
I'm gonna kill a...
Concrete City had many faults during its short existence. Even one time when a young boy drowned in the small pool in the courtyard. However, after its abandonment, it would soon fall into disrepair after demolition failed. Not long after its abandonment, the Luzerne County Firemen's Association would use the area as a training complex. Fire damage can still be seen on some of the buildings from this era. The property was later purchased by the 11th Congressional District Heavy Equipment Center, with the intention to demolish it. However, the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission saved the city in 1992, and they were successful in turning it into a state historic site. Despite this, the local police still use Concrete City as a training complex. Vandals, graffiti artists, and rowdy partiers still make their way into the almost forgotten, overgrown buildings. The future of Concrete City is unclear, and there appears to be no attempts to renovate or restore the buildings. It seems likely that they will continue to decay and turn into dust, just like all things eventually do. Despite looking like something from a post-apocalyptic game, Concrete City still stands as a fascinating reminder of Pennsylvania's coal mining history. And no matter what its future may hold, it will never be forgotten.
Go.
In the early 20th century, a concrete company would construct a new utopia for their workers. 20 concrete...
It's in my fucking ear, dude. I'm not kidding. No, I'm literally being swarmed. Like, there's 5 of them around my face at all times. Go ahead. Oh.
In the early 20th century, a mining... frick.
Oh, come on.
In the early 20th...